how we name this stuff. Because we have conventions on how we name these. And a point is, almost all points are labeled exactly the same way. We usually have a little dot. And just like we did yesterday on the Inspire, that dot has to have a label. And we use a capital letter. So your points are labeled with capital letters. Now lines are basically labeled one of two ways. One way is if you have a lowercase cursive. So we would call that line N. And we would represent that as N, a double arrow line above it. So the way you would read that is line N. Now another way is if you have 2 points on the line, we can then call that a different line. So if I have point A and point B, I could call this line AB. Is line AB the same as line BA? No. Why not?
Because if it was BA, then the points would be switched around. And then they'd be different coordinates if it was on a plane.
Okay, so it was on a coordinate plane. I'm not sure I agree with you on that though. If we're talking about line AB, it's the infinite line. That it's an infinite line that contains the 2 points A and B, right? And if I say line BA, then again it's the same thing. It's the infinite line that contains the point B and A. Now, in the next couple of slides, we'll get to rays and segments. That's when we'll see a difference between the two. Okay. But with lines, it doesn't matter which order you put the 2 points as long as you get 2 points. What if I had a third point of that line? Does that need to be in the name? Let's say I had point C. All right, here in the middle. Do I need to say ACB for the line? Nope. I just need any 2 points on that line. Any 2.
So you can do like CB or CA?
Yeah, now that C's in the group, I could have said line AC. That's going to be the same line.
So you can just do like any, it just has to have 2 letters in it?
Anything that has the 2, at least 2 of the points, and really it should be exactly 2 of the points. All right, planes on the other hand are a little weird. We typically represent them using parallelograms. And then they have these really weird labeling methods. It's not a method, the font is really weird. It's like a really crazy type of cursive. If you want to know what it is, if you're using Microsoft Word, it's the Blackadder font. And so, normally the way that we'll label the plane is we'll put the letter down in the corner. So we would call that plane K. And we had no symbols for that, so you would actually have to write it out and say plane K. We're going to do a lot of language up front. It's like learning to put the accent. And we have some extra terms I asked you guys to know yesterday. Who can you explain to me what collinear means?
Same line.
Yeah, on the same line. That's it. So we have two or more points that are collinear. That means they're on the same line. What about coplanar? Jackson?
On the same place.
On the same plane. What about a bisector? What does a bisect do?
Cut the line in half.
Cuts it in half. So, and not just a line, that would be a perpendicular bisector, but a bisector cuts anything in half. By the way, if I cut something in half, what does that tell you about the two carbs I just created?